Hello, welcome to a Yarn Shop podcast.
Hello.
Episode 9. Dan's just had his demon trying to escape
Just had
him.
the worst coughing, phlegm, I don't know what's just happened.
Okay, so this is a podcast where we talk about being yarn shop owners, the things we get up to, new stock, what I've been knitting, what Dan's been knitting.
I've quit knitting.
I was going to say that's foreshadowing.
Oh.
I'm creating drama. What else do we talk about? Just
We'll
things
say-
that have been going on.
Dan, are you knitting? And then we'll do like a slow da-da-da.
Okay. Dan, how's knitting going?
Did you crash? Not clockwork.
I didn't understand the message. What was I supposed
It don't
to
matter.
do? Okay.
I'll try German. Yeah, I've quit knitting.
Yeah.
It's just posh chopsticks.
No, Dan. You just didn't get on with that pattern that you
That
were doing.
pattern was wrong.
We're unclear whether the pattern was wrong, but anyway.
We cast on that pattern at least 3 or 4 times.
Well, you weren't happy with the needles. Oh, actually, I think we filmed that, didn't we? You weren't happy with the needle choice, so we changed the needle size, and you didn't like the pointiness of the needles, and I'm hearing a lot of
But then the pattern, we followed it religiously, and then we was missing like 6 things.
Yeah, I don't know. It was increases. We didn't have the right amount of stitches, did we, at one point?
And you sat with me for the whole of it, and even you was like, "Yeah, I don't know what you've done wrong." And it's like, how could I have done anything wrong?
I don't know. I can't remember. It was a few weeks ago now, so I can't really remember what happened.
So I quit knitting.
Why can't you just knit me something?
A coaster.
Yeah, something simple.
In theory, a shawl should be.
Yeah,
simple.
but it's going to take you a while to do a shawl. Like, you could do something smaller. I really want some knee warmers. Do you want
For just your knees.
Yeah.
Those people that notoriously just get cold knees.
I get cold knees in the winter.
Are your knees cold now?
No, because it's not winter. Keep up.
Why are your knees in nothing else?
I don't know. I can't.
Because you've got holes in your trousers.
No, I wear a lot of dresses and skirts. I can't explain it, but the other year I was looking for a pattern for knee warmers.
I mean, they don't exist.
No, I found one. It was like a vintage, like from the 1910s, like the First World War it was.
Before central heating.
Yeah, but Dan, we haven't got central heating in the shop.
Get a blanket.
You'd let me sit there with a blanket on my knee. I used to have to do that at my old job because we didn't have any heating in the office, so I'd sit with a hot water bottle behind my back and a blanket on my knee. That's when I first thought I need some knee warmers.
Well, I want to make you a shawl, so we're gonna have to find a different pattern.
I'll make me a knee warmer then.
Yeah, just get knee pads.
That's not the same. I have thought about that because of kneeling on the floor. Like,
Does anyone else need knee warmers? I'm nearly 40 and I've never had this issue.
well,
I've never gone out, I've never been anywhere, I've never woken up and gone, God, my knees are cold.
no, it's just like if you wear a lot of dresses or skirts in the winter, you have tights or leggings or whatever, but then sometimes you just need a little bit of... Oh, did you hear my tummy rumble then? You just need a little bit of...
Je ne sais quoi.
On your knee, a little bit coverage on your knee.
What about some really long socks?
I could knit some really long socks.
Thermal leggings?
I wear thermal leggings.
And you're still having this issue?
Yeah, because I've got cold knees.
It's not a thing. I'm sorry, it's not a thing. You're just mad.
Maybe. So, what have we been up to? We've been here a year now.
We've officially celebrated a year.
We haven't celebrated at all.
No, because it's been...
The last month has been... I think it's probably been a month, hasn't it, since we did the last podcast. And it's been a tough one.
Yeah.
It's like... It must be the time of year, but like when I've worked in in shops before, it's quiet time of year, whatever that may be, whether it's January or the summer holidays or something, there's like a decline in sales slowly, but we seem to have gone like our normal sales and then May half. There was no
It was like
decline.
Saturday great, Tuesday dead.
Yeah, and then just like the whole of May has just been nobody. Like we'd get to maybe 2:00 in the afternoon and we'd seen 2 people all day. It's the strangest thing. But it's the first May that we've done, so we didn't have any experience of that.
No, but we did predict a drop-off of some sort.
Yeah, but
Not
maybe
this.
like a gradual, like a little bit. But this has just gone.
Yeah.
Like, I can't describe
Which
it.
is, for the better of a word, very, very stressful. Because we've done buying based on predictions. That we've done predictions with built-in worst-case scenarios.
With our normal, like, this is what we've taken in our worst month so far.
Yeah, and then take a little bit more off. But, geez, it's never been... So, it's been really tight. Really stressful.
Really tight.
I'm exhausted.
And of course, because we've been here a year now, May also happened to be the month that our business insurance needed renewing. What else needed doing? The music license, the CCTV license all needed renewing. So we've had all of that expenditure come in the same month as having a crap month.
And lots of bills.
And lots of
So
invoices.
it's one of the reasons we didn't. We kind of stopped doing YouTube because we were doing every Friday.
Yeah, we just didn't feel like it. We couldn't fake
being happy when
being
we
happy.
are just shitting bricks.
We've tried a couple of times, haven't we? We filmed this video a couple of days ago, and honestly, it was the most depressing. Like
40 minutes.
Watching it back, it was just us moaning. Like, we love a moan. Everyone loves a moan, but it was very.
It was a safe space to just talk about how ruined the high street is at the minute.
Yeah.
Like, every major road in and out of Nottingham is either having roadworks. Oh, FedEx.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Yeah, so every road in and out of Nottingham is either having roadworks, it's closed, there's a diversion. There's just no easy way of getting in and out of town at the minute. Town's quiet. We've had a lot of crime.
Yeah.
If you've seen the news, we've had stabbings. I think it's just putting people in a position of like, I don't think I want to go into town.
If we didn't need to come into town, we wouldn't come, would we? This
No.
is the thing. So you can't blame people for not wanting to come.
So you've got like the naturally quiet period of owning a wool shop mixed with a lot of other outside forces, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it is just exhausting.
Yeah. I've just done this whole row wrong, so I'm just undoing it.
And we have got a few shelves and a few bits that sell out. But then you can't restock it because we obviously worked at minimum orders.
Mm.
So you're sort of in that catch-22 as well of like, we can't really restock till we've reached this point. But we're not reaching this point because we're not busy enough.
Yeah.
And then we've started getting a bit busier now. The slightly stressful bit is the stuff that's selling is like Laxton's, where we pay up front for it. So we can't afford to restock that because we need to save up a bit of cash. Yeah.
But
And then
I'm hoping that we're going to start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Some people have been coming in, like, and I've heard them talking amongst themselves about starting Christmas projects. Like, somebody bought some wool yesterday and she said it was for a Christmas project. So hopefully we're over the worst of it now.
yeah, I don't mind people coming in and not spending any money. Like, I don't think people should feel pressure to come in and spend any money with us.
No.
Like, just come and hang out with us.
Just come in.
Yeah, it's more the fact that we just don't see anyone.
We're
And
sick of talking to each other.
yeah, we are. Like, we were sick of that 7 years ago, so, you know, imagine how we feel now.
Oh,
And then to top it all off, what happened on Thursday, Hannah?
Daniel went to get our daughter from nursery because I had to do a private workshop because they couldn't make it when the shop was open. So I said that I would stay after work, but that meant that Dan had to catch the bus to get our daughter from nursery. Normally I would drive us both. So he left early because of all of the roadworks in town, so he had to give himself plenty of time. So I think he left at about 3:30
Yeah.
to make sure you got there for 6 o'clock.
Still got to Stapleford at 4:45. It normally takes me 30 minutes.
Yeah. And some little
Arseholes?
teenagers came in the shop and stole some stock from our window display,
50 quid's worth of rowing.
which doesn't sound like lots to people, but
when you're having a shit month
It is a lot.
and you have 50 quid worth of rowing stolen.
On top of the shit month, yeah.
And they had the nerve to do that Thursday. Friday, they stood outside the shop.
Ooh.
Saturday, I don't know what's happening. There's like a ghost exuding out of me.
Yeah, honestly, it's your demon trying to escape. Need an exorcism.
Yeah, so that happened Thursday. Friday, they were outside the shop. Saturday, they were at the top of the hill where the shop is. I don't know. I'm just in a position where I'm... Like, on Friday, because they'd not seen me, I went outside and they must have thought I was a customer, so I took some really great images. We got social post out, which has got a bit mad.
Really? I just got visions of you with your camera, like,
Work it.
yeah.
Show us that Adidas logo. Scrap bag. Well, yeah, we've got some images. We've got all the CCTV. We've got CCTV from the shop across the road, which is great.
Yeah.
So we've done a social post and we've got names. We've got the school. We've given it all to the police. We've got an incident number and all that. And nothing's been done.
No.
Which is hilarious.
What are we waiting for? I can't remember.
One of the lads, his mum got in touch, said, that's my son, blah, blah, blah.
Which is, like,
Commendable.
thank you, yeah.
Offered to come and pay for it, which she hasn't.
No.
She had the nerve yesterday to message, could you take the pictures of my son down? No. He's a thieving toe rag, as far as I'm concerned.
She's embarrassed by him, but
And
that's not our problem.
people have sent us a TikTok of him and his mates nicking, and the lad in the back looks just like him. So as far as I'm concerned, you've had a word with him on Friday, but he still showed up around the shop on Saturday. So
He should have been grounded. But anyway, that's
the by and by, basically. We had a 50 quid worth of theft. We had people on Facebook going, we shouldn't put stuff in your window. It's a bloody window
What are you supposed to
display.
do with a window display if you don't put... Like, it's just ridiculous. If you can't display in your window, that's what your window display is for, is it not? Have I got it wrong?
We've had stock in that window. We're in that particular area for an entire year and nobody's stolen anything. We've had homeless people passing out in that window. We've had beggars in the shop that I've had to take pictures of, and that was the only way to get them out of the shop. We've had people on drugs outside tripping. Never had an issue with people stealing stock out of the window. And if you watch CCTV, which is on our socials and on TikTok, they quite clearly target the shop. They just walk in, they're not walking past, they're straight in, they know what they're doing.
I just don't... Like, how did they... I mean, they could have walked past before and
They probably have walked past before. It's opportunity.
Because I was stood behind the till, so they wouldn't have seen me until they walked into the shop, but they knew... Like, he came straight up to the till, so he knew the layout of the shop, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's an opportunist crime, but it's just a scumbag crime. And the fact that one of the lads came back and pulled some books out the window, damaging them, it's like, we've had a shit month, you've sold 50 quid worth of stock, and you've damaged stock. It's just like, red rag to a ball for me at the end of the day, which is why I really pushed the social post. We're going to contact the school because we've had somebody today verified names and school, and they're a teacher. So it's just like, we've got enough now for us to go safely to the school and be like, look, this is your pupils.
They were on the way home from school.
Yeah. I'm just fed up at the state of town at the minute. And the fact that people like that, and we've had other shops message us, we've had other business owners contact us, saying they've had issues with these people. And it's like, at what point do you need to speak up and do something? And, you know, Tesco's and stuff like that, they're not going to do a social media post because they've got loss prevention. We don't. If we lose 20 quid, 50 quid a week, we might as well shut the shop. So, yeah, given the month we've had and then that happening, it was just like... And that Friday, we were coming in to do a Yarn Shop podcast.
Yeah.
Because we'd been waylaid and everything else that week. And literally, as we were unlocking the door, I had a look and it was like, wait, where's the stock gone from the window? Looked at the CCTV and then was like, shit, we've been robbed.
I didn't notice that they'd taken the stock until Dan pointed it out because I was too busy trying to take pictures and videos of them and then saw in the books out that they'd knocked over. Ugh, it was ridiculous. And I'm a bit sick of talking about it.
Yeah, same. But here we are.
Yeah.
Life goes on.
But we've been having a look at what we're going to bring in for autumn. That's exciting.
Yeah.
We were having a look yesterday, weren't we, and like pricing everything up so we know how much we need to save up and stuff.
Yeah, because I think after this month, for me especially, I'm just like, we've put a restock order in now, but after that restock order, I'm just battening down the hatches. And anything new that comes in, we're going to make sure that we're 100% that this will work. Because we've brought a lot of King Cole in recently, and it's just sat.
Yeah, nobody's interested in
And
it.
for King Cole, it's not bad stuff and not bad prices, but nobody's buying it. And we've said this to people, because we've had like 2 or 3 people this year have come in asking for baby 2-ply, baby 3-ply and all this. And you say, oh, we've got one ball of white. And I'm like, well, I want a pink, I want a blue. Are you going to get any in? And it's like, no. Because a baby 2-ply, a baby 3-ply, or whatever range we bring in, it doesn't make sense to bring one colour. You might as well bring in 6 colours, 8 colours.
So there's some choice.
Yeah. The problem is, and some people forget this, we don't restock on single balls. We have to buy it in packs. So it might be 8, it might be 6, it might be 12. So if we was to bring a baby 2-ply, baby 3-ply in, 12 balls a pack, 8 colours, that's an investment for 3 people a year. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
And when we took over, we felt we're a city centre yarn shop, so you almost feel like you can't go completely one way, you can't go completely the other way. You can't go dead cheap because some people want nice stuff.
Yeah.
You can't go completely nice because some people want cheaper stuff.
Yeah.
So we're trying to tread this line between the two.
Trying to cater to all budgets.
Yeah, which we did when we took over. If people wanted tinsel yarns, we were ordering it in. Glitter yarns, we were ordering it in. And then you end up with dregs and stuff sitting. And it's just getting to the point now where I'm like, I think I'm happy with what we've got. Let's just restock what we need to. And if there's a great yarn coming out, then we'll entertain it. We've looked at the Laxton's 4-ply. That looks great.
Yeah. We'll be getting that in definitely for autumn, winter, sort of August time.
Yeah.
Is when all of the autumn, winter stock will be hitting us. Just because some of it isn't available until then, and then we will time our orders of the other stuff to launch at the same time, rather than it trickling in.
Yeah, I think I'm just ready to slow down now and just relax. We did spend a lot of time.
I've never heard you say that.
I know, but it just felt like every month it was, right, we need to make sure we've got a good wool DK, we've got a good baby yarn, we've got a good Aran, we've got a decent selection of needles, we've got a decent this, we've got a do. And every month it's finding those things and working out cost and will people buy it, and then you put it online and then you do socials, and it's this circle of stress.
Yeah.
And it is just soul destroying when you bring something in
and it doesn't sell.
No. And you know it's a great product.
Yeah.
Like the jamboree for me from King Cole, no idea.
I don't know why that's not selling. It's so nice. I'm knitting a jumper in it at the moment. It's lovely. The colours are good. It feels really it feels like a cotton, even though it's acrylic. It's really nice, and the patterns are good as well. So
I think with King Cole though is some of it is there's just like Hedgerow Chunky was incredible, great seller.
Yeah.
And we noticed over a couple of months that just started dropping off.
Yeah, but maybe once the weather changes again.
Yeah, but this was like Jan, Feb people stopped. But that's because they brought cottage spun out. So people have gone for the new Hedgerow Chunky, then like, oh, cottage spun, move on to that. Yeah. Now we're trying to get people organically going back to one of those.
Yeah. But the cottage spun is a good dupe for jewel spun.
Yeah. But then we've had mixed people saying it puffs up and...
Yeah, some people don't like it.
And it's impossible for us to test every yarn before we bring it in. Sometimes
we test them when they come in, but
at that point you've put a very expensive order.
It's very difficult unless the reps are willing to give you a sample, which some of them do. Fair enough, and then we do test them, but some of them don't. Oh well, we've learned a lot of lessons the last year. Haven't
this is the stuff you don't. I mean, for me, buying a yarn shop, it was like just get some wool in, get some yarn in. And there's just so much to think about. We had that rep that showed up unannounced.
Yeah.
We won't say where he's from.
No. But he's perturbed me. because he's lied. There is another shop near us that stocks him, and some, I think we've talked about it before, some companies don't like stocking shops within a certain mile radius of other shops, which is understandable, but also I don't agree with it sometimes because those shops, like two shops aren't doing the same thing. Like the other shops that stock brands that we can't have, they aren't doing the socials that we do. They're not in the city centre. Like, I think because we're in the city centre, you're kicking yourself in the foot if you don't even want to entertain being stocked here.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's why for people, like when we took over, we brought Rowan in, and a few people were like, why have you done that? We like Rowan. There's a lot of people that like Rowan.
Those teenagers like Rowan.
Yeah. And John Lewis does Rowan, but John Lewis does Rowan terribly.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of people saying John Lewis does Rowan terribly. We was in a position where we could lock that in, so we locked it in because they do some good stuff.
But this rep is already represented in the city centre by another shop and told them that we have asked for a meeting with him. No, we haven't. Never even considered bringing them in. So that annoyed me as soon as he told me that
I really
he'd
do
fibbed
not.
to them.
I don't like reps that show up unannounced.
No.
It really perturbs me because it feels like we're ambushed.
Yeah.
We're busy.
We have an existing rep that does that.
Yeah. We're busy. You know, pick a time, pick a place, contact us.
Yeah.
Laxton's sent a parcel. Hey, here's who we are. We know you're looking for British walls. Here's some samples. That's all we need.
But this guy didn't understand. He was just basically trying to tell us that he could make us loads and loads of money by us selling this cheap yarn. And we were like, well, you obviously haven't done any research into us because, one, we're not interested in making loads and loads of money. We want to sell good quality yarns. We want people to be excited about what they're making and for them to enjoy the process of making that rather than spending money on fast fashion. That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
I want you to make your own clothes, be happy with what you've made, be proud that you've made your own clothes and not spend money in the big companies that are causing lots of problems, etc., etc. We talk about it all the time. So we obviously didn't get what we were on about. And he was saying, well, I've got a yarn that Hobbycraft stock, that Boys stock, that all of these shop stock, that's all white labelled. So it's all different
brands, but it's the same product.
But it's the same product. And they sell it at all different price points. And I don't get it.
Yeah, I just was like, no, not for us in the slightest. Like, I cannot comfortably sell a product to a customer for £4 and I know the exact same product with a Hobbycraft label is £2.
Yeah, I don't.
It's all just... And his argument is, well, if somebody comes in looking for this red and it's from Hobbycraft, you know that you could give them it because this version is identical. And it's like, not for us. Like, at the minute, we're trying to get to a Nottingham alpaca farm so we could potentially bring Nottingham alpaca yarns in. Mm-hmm. At some point, we'd love to bring Nottingham alpaca and Laxton's or a British wool spinner and make a Nottingham alpaca British wool combo.
Oh.
That's far more exciting for me.
Yeah.
It's not going to make us any money. You know, we brought Collinsy in. It doesn't make us any money. But I'm incredibly proud to be supporting a small business that's British, it's traceable, and they're really good eggs. And that is far more rewarding than having a cheap yarn that we know we can make 80% on just because we can make 80% on it. It's baffling to me.
No, I didn't. He didn't get what we were trying to do. And yeah. I'd never considered them stocking them.
No.
At all.
It works for some people, that's fine. We've got no issue with that. And for some people's price points, it's for them. With what we're trying to do with the shop, you know, we want to have an entry level. We'd rather have price-wise. It's a great yarn.
There's so many colours.
There's far too many colours. And it's well known. End of story. We don't want to bring in one that's 20p cheaper and we know we can make £2 on it. It's madness to me.
It's not, yeah, but we're not that kind of wool shop, are we?
No, we're the idiots that don't make any money.
Maybe we've got it all wrong.
Oh, God.
Maybe we should be money focused rather than quality.
Yeah.
Nope, never.
Fools.
Are you all right?
You tangled up with me.
What else? Well, some people have asked us some questions. I looked there. That's not a watch.
That's not a watch. I wonder why you kept looking at that.
Just
the shiny little
yeah.
end bit.
So some people have asked us some questions. Shall we answer these questions?
Yeah. I'm just checking the time.
Oh, on your actual watch?
Yeah. Look at us, ranting and moaning.
Oh, I've dropped my phone.
Oh.
Right,
try and be positive. This last half of the podcast is going to be all positivity. No negativity for us.
When we answered these questions the other day...
In fact, no, I'm going to bring a bit of positivity to this.
Oh.
So, we had the arsehole stealing from us on Thursday.
Oh.
And on Friday, Saturday, we had so many messages, people coming to the shop, people bringing gifts of cakes and chocolate things. People were offering to pay for the lost stock. Like, honestly, thank you so much to everyone that sent kind words, popped in.
Yeah.
You know, we love you all, and it is just...
I'm just going to move this way.
Yeah, it's just mad that so many people came out. I don't know. To me, I was just expecting no one to care.
Yeah.
And we've said on socials, like, if we do by some miracle get the stock back, all the money for the stock, you know, we're going to donate it to charity. It's not about that for us. It's just, thank you to everyone that's just looked out for us and looked out for Hannah, because it was so, I don't know, just made me very angry when you messaged me and I'm stuck at home telling me that had happened. I just felt powerless.
I know, but you weren't bothered about me. You were bothered about the stock. You didn't care.
50 bloody quid.
You weren't bothered if I was all right.
I know you're all right. I could sense it in my chakras.
Could you?
Yeah.
Right, so... Oh, I've lost the questions again now because you went off on a positive note. How dare you?
Have we been involved in an accident in the last 12 months?
Right, one of the questions. Hannah, did you manage to finish the Rowan cardigan?
No.
I'm still doing it. Honestly, I've got 3 days, and I've got 120 rows to finish. Plus, I've done one of the ties. I've not got it. So I've got one tie to do, 120 rows, and then I've got the neckband that goes all around it. So I am I am on a tight schedule. I need to be, like last night, I worked out that I needed to knit 48 rows a night to be able to get it finished. Last night was a hellscape of an evening getting our daughter to bed. So I only managed to do 20 something rows. So now I've got to knit 60 rows in the next two evenings. So literally any moment that I've got spare in the shop at the moment is trying to finish this cardigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still need to adjust my suit.
And I've got to also take up the trousers on Dan's suit and the arms. So I'm doing that this morning. But so as of now, no, it's not finished. It will be finished. It will be finished. And I'll talk about it in my next project video.
Yeah.
And we'll have pictures of the wedding.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is one thing you didn't expect when you took over the shop?
You go first or am I?
You can go first if you like.
Some of the absolutely left field questions that we get.
Okay.
The one that sticks in my mind is from the other day when someone asked for a modern yarn, but they didn't want wool or natural fibres and they didn't want acrylic.
Right.
So I'm a bit...
But they didn't know what a modern yarn...
They didn't know what modern yarn was, they just heard it. And
right.
I'm just like, I mean, I could shred some tinfoil and form it into string. I don't know what a modern...
But fair enough if you want to ask if we've got something, but perhaps know what you want rather than just farting in a wind.
Modern yarn. I googled it and it didn't even come up with it. So I'm like,
That is a bit strange. What was the question?
You asked me.
I've forgotten what it was.
Focus.
What is the one thing you didn't expect when you took over the shop? Right.
Here we go.
This is going to sound so strange.
No, are you going to take it back to negative?
I'm going to try and be so positive about this. I didn't for one moment think that people would come in asking me so many questions. It sounds absolutely ridiculous, but I think I assumed very naively that everybody had the same knowledge level as me, and everybody was such a nerd about knitting, so they would find out the answers to these questions that they had rather than just coming and asking me. I have found myself quite a few times somebody's asked me a question and I've looked at them and gone, I'll Google it for you. Like, I don't understand why they can't Google it themselves. That has been surprising to me.
Yeah,
in the most positive way.
Also, people have social lives and you're just a bit weird. These people that have come in and ask questions about patterns and I've just glazed over and the customer's glazed over going, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, well if you do this, mine is this, and blah, blah, blah. And then drop it down to a 4.2 needle, right? And I'm just looking at this customer like, I don't know what she's on about.
But this is what I mean. I thought that everybody
No,
knew
you're
that.
just weird.
I know.
But
I know
that's
this
what
now.
makes us a good yarn shop, is your freakish attitude towards patterns.
I know. Well, the thing is, while everybody was out getting drunk on parks as a teenager, I was sat at home knitting.
Right.
And look where it's got me.
Financially in debt in a yarn shop.
So that did surprise me, and it took me a while to get used to it. And still, when people ask me some questions, I'm like, could you have not Googled this? But, I mean, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, but there's big customers now that you're guiding them towards having a bit of knowledge like yours.
Yeah, I suppose.
You're just weird.
I'm just weird, obviously. Next question. Still positive? Oh, shh.
No,
oh my god. Oh my god, what is that?
Hannah's following a foot fetish.
No, that was Rosie Ramsey. Why are you posting pictures of your feet, Rosie?
You're, like, not organised in the slightest.
I am, it's just disappeared. Hang on a second. Bear with.
Just go past the videos of us ranting about shop theft.
Right, here we go. Do you have any projects you want to make for the autumn? Yes, I do have some projects. I will do a video about it, of course.
What about my socks?
Yeah, that's not a Daniel. I feel like you've misunderstood. That is an existing project.
Do you not finish those this year?
I do finish those this year, but they're in the background now. They're existing projects. This is new projects.
We've got two videos of unfinished projects.
And I am working on them. Once this is done, I've got two things that I'm going to finish and they'll be done. I had a side quest last week that I need to finish on Monday.
You had a side quest at the weekend. You were making a Moana crop top.
No, that is the Moana. That is the side quest, the Moana outfit. There'll be more on that. I'm really pleased with it. But there's new things that I need for autumn. There's a couple of cardigans that I've seen. I'm not talking about it now. I've got a whole video. I've got a whole video on it. So yes, there are some autumn. Was that the question? Right. I'm sorry, but I need an interviewer. I can't be the interviewer and the interviewee. Yes, I do have some autumn projects that I want to do. Autumn/winter. And I will talk about it when I finish this.
Yeah, but the worst part is we've not seen all the autumn/winter collections from the brands.
No.
Like, I already know you're going to see other stuff, and I'm just like...
Yeah, I know, but I am trying to be selective and actually think about what I need in my wardrobe rather than... Stop shaking your head, I can see you out the corner of my eye. Rather than actually just, I want that, so I'm going to do this. Because, yeah, Daniel, posy vibes. But I know that now that we've worked a winter in the shop, I know that I need some scarves, some little shawls.
Some little knee warmers.
Some knee warmers to wear in the shop. There we go, thank you for coming. Okay, next question. What's the craziest thing someone has asked if you sell it?
Oh, that would be in the modern yarns.
The modern yarn.
In fact, go to the first question, which I can't remember that was. One question we've had recently, and it stemmed from a few yarn shops that are very known on social media. and it's this £1 DK, or buy a pack of 12 for like £6 or whatever.
Yep.
It is. They're doing
Probably
that.
from this brand that rep came.
Yeah, it's their thing. We've had people coming in here that have seen it on Facebook.
People that come in and are absolutely disgusted that the cheapest yarn we sell is £2.65.
Yeah, because they've seen a yarn shop on Facebook that's got £1 double knit.
Go and buy it from them.
Yeah, £2.65. We still need to pay our bills, our wages, and everything else. Like, what do you think they're paying if they can sell it for £1 and make a profit on it? How good of a quality do you think it is? And
also, what are the people being paid who make it?
And the pictures you see of it, like walls piled high of these double knits for £1. Yeah, no.
That's not our vibe.
That's not our vibe, unfortunately.
No, but each their own.
For you?
I don't know.
Weirdest thing you've been asked?
I don't know. I think it's just people asking me to make them things. Can you knit me this? Can you knit me that? And I'm like, no, I've not got time. And then they look at me like I've shit on their shoulder. Why haven't I got time? Well, because I haven't and I don't want to. I'm trying to be so positive about this. If someone, like, occasionally, someone will ask me if I will make them something, the snail at Christmas, and they obviously caught me in a very festive mood and I agreed to it. But normally, no, I'm not making things to order because I have not got time and I want to knit my own things.
But here's a list of yarn shops that could happily help you out.
Yeah, we will always give people a list of
and then they'll
people
still go,
can contact.
Yeah, but why can't you do it?
And
Because
like,
we're really busy.
Because I'm busy, because I've got a toddler, because I've got stuff of my own that I want to do, because I work 100 hours a week. And also I've got a lot of books I want to read. So I haven't got time.
She's going for a sexy fantasy phase.
I'm not going to dispute it.
Okay. Any other questions?
I can't remember. There was one, but I've not got time to find it. It was something like, what have you found the most enjoyable over the past year, and what's been the hardest thing?
Most enjoyable is seeing people's finished projects.
Absolutely love it. Although, hang on 1 second. We absolutely love seeing people's finished things and always say, send us a picture. And we genuinely mean it. Like, we're not just saying it. Send us a picture when you're finished, because if you're happy to, we'll share it on socials as well. A lady the other day, you said that too, and she she said, and I'll never forget, she says, I knit for myself, not for the internet. And we were like, we just want to see it finished.
Yeah, she bought Laxton's, and I was like, because Jessica, who we put her picture on social, she's done a Laxton's jumper, looked great, and I was like, I'd love to see the colour you've chosen, knitted into a garment. It's a very innocent question.
So she doesn't want us to see it.
Yeah, secret.
Secret. Just wanted to send us a picture. We never said we'd share it on socials.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that is. I love it when people come in and they're so pleased with what they've made, and
especially from the workshops. Like, we've had people from the Fair Isle and the Hexicardigan workshops.
Yes.
That have come back showing finished projects and talk about how they're going to do this next or this, and it's like, okay,
and it's giving them the confidence.
Yeah, and we've set them up with some skills to like go off and make some.
I think as well, because if you come to one of the workshops where I'm like, this is a pattern, we aren't going to follow this, we're going to do this is how you can change it. The Hexie cardigan one is a really good one for making it your own. I think once people know that a pattern is not set in stone, then, and they've had somebody guide them through that, then they feel a bit more confident to do that themselves the next time. What about did I say the worst thing?
Yeah.
What's the worst thing then? Positive vibes.
It says just the shoplifters and people like that.
Yeah.
I'm just over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not elaborating.
No. Positive vibes. What about you? Customers.
No, my worst thing, and this probably will sound so stupid, is your demon's getting me now. Is sometimes I really struggle to socialise with people, and there's days when I don't want to talk to people, and I feel a little bit trapped that I have to be in the shop 10 till 5 every day and put this customer service persona on, I suppose. Is that the right word?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. In my old job, it was quite flexible. If I wasn't feeling myself, then I could work from home and not have to deal with people. And I can't do that here. So some days I do really struggle and spend quite a lot of time downstairs just being silent. But I don't know. I'll just have to get used to it, winter.
Yeah.
Because I can't change it.
Nope.
And also another thing.
Here we go.
People stand too close to me. I've said it.
Safe space.
Safe space. Safe space. People stand too close to me and I take a step back and they follow me. Like, we'll start at the door and we'll end up at Yummy. I don't understand why people need to stand. Like, please leave space for Jesus. Don't stand too close to me. I don't like it. I don't understand why people have got no personal space issues. There's that. And then also also one more thing. I do think that there is a name for this, and I will find out what it is and put it on the screen, even though Dan will kill me. There's a noise that people make with their mouths. And I can't. Honestly, it makes me want to crawl out of my skin. And I can't stand it. And so many people do it. And a lot of the people who stand too close to me do it. And inside, I can't explain the feeling that it gives me. And it is a me problem. I understand it's a me problem.
It's definitely a you problem.
But I've always had this problem. And I've told you about it before because you make the noise on purpose to annoy me. And our daughter makes the noise on purpose to annoy me. I do honestly believe that it's a genuine mental issue, to add to all the other mental issues that make me not want to get out of bed. But yes, apart from that, loved it.
Cool. It's supposed to be positive vibes for the last time.
It is, like, don't get us wrong, we do really enjoy our jobs, but it's tough sometimes and
stressful.
It's not. Actually, it's quite nice speaking to other yarn shop owners and knowing that they have the same issues as us.
Yeah.
Did I cross that last row off?
I don't know.
I don't think I did.
Well, you've sort of brought the mood down. So
I haven't brought the mood down. I said that in the most positive way.
Sure.
Don't stand too close to me. Do not make the noise with your mouth. Don't do it. Don't let your children kick my wool when they're sat in a wheelchair, pushchair, and then moan about it when I tell them to stop kicking the wool.
If they're kicking in a wheelchair, there's something going on there.
In their pushchairs. Maybe we should have some shop rules.
God, you're turning into a grumpy yarn shop owner.
We're doing a competition.
Are you trying to bring this around now?
Yeah, let's bring it back full circle. We're doing a competition and we're going to do... oh my God, I'm so sorry. I apologise to everybody. I just made the noise. Oh.
Come on, we're opening the shop in. Well, we were opening
We're doing a competition. We will do a post on social media about it with all of the rules because we are terrible at remembering all of the rules at the same time to put it in one place. But it's... you will crochet a granny square.
The fastest.
We're going to have a leaderboard. So it's from it's from Saturday, the 14th of June, up until Christmas, or like maybe
November
we should do. I was going to say the 14th of December. That would have been a good 6 months.
Okay.
And then we will pick we won't pick a winner. There will be a winner. Whoever crocheted the fastest granny square. All those granny squares that are made in the 6 months, I will put together into a blanket, and then we will raffle that blanket off. The money will be donated to charity, and we'll all have a really good time.
Yeah. First place will win like 50 quid's worth of crochet bits. Second place and third place
are going on a date with Dan.
No, they're not.
Somebody suggested it.
Collinsy, we saw that message. Don't delete it. No, we'll figure out a price for them as well.
But we are providing the yarn, and also you can borrow a crochet hook from us so that everybody's using the same size, the same yarn, so it's all fair like that.
4 rounds, was it?
4 rounds of your granny square. So if you want to practice, also if you aren't local to us and you want to get involved, feel free to film yourself.
No, it's got to be in the shop.
Oh, okay.
Shop only.
The judge has spoken.
Yep.
Shop only.
Shop only.
What about if we're at an event?
Possibly.
Okay.
We'll
if we remember to take the stuff, then possibly if you see us.
So, yeah, not at the event then, because we'll definitely forget to take it.
This weekend is Worldwide Knitting Public Day, and it's also our, Craft and Chatter. So we are combining two.
Synchronicity.
Yeah. We're combining the two, and if the weather's nice, then we will take our Craft and Chatter outside to the streets.
Yeah. We'll have a sit-out protest.
Yeah. With some flapjacks.
Yeah. I've got those crisp vouchers.
Oh. We've not even spoken about that, Dan.
I don't know if we're allowed, shall we? Right. Let's get this off my chest. So, first of all, I don't normally do this sort of thing.
He does.
I know I don't.
Yes, he does.
I bought some Tyrrell's Posh Prawn Cocktail Crisps, expecting... Has anyone ever had the Disco's Prawn Cocktail Crisps?
I don't like prawn.
They're amazing.
Okay.
They weren't like that. It just tasted like weak tomato sauce.
Oh.
Really disappointing, because it was like £3 for a bag of crisps.
Yeah.
And they were there to cheer me up. I was emotionally eating. And I don't know what came over me, but I sent a complaint to Tyrrell's.
Why? What was the complaint about? Because they
didn't taste like what they advertised.
Right.
And they sent me a letter and some vouchers to buy more crisps.
But I went to spend those vouchers for you in Waitrose.
Where I got the crisps.
Waitrose don't accept the vouchers. I had the staff involved in everything, and it wasn't happening. And then the security guard in Waitrose said that I treat you too well.
I just felt cheated.
Yeah.
I expected better from Tyrrell.
I understand. It's like when you had that corned beef incident.
Oh, I cut my finger on some corned beef when I was like 16, and I sent a complaint, and then they gave me bloody 10 quid's worth of vouchers to buy corned beef. It was like they were asking me to off myself. You cut yourself on some corned beef, here's 10 quid's worth, see what damage you can do. Cheeky boggers.
We, also to cheer ourselves up, we went to the company shop.
Oh, the company shop is the best.
On Monday. Was it Monday or was it Sunday? No, we went on Sunday. They just had a delivery. We got there at prime time, didn't we?
First of all, the company shop, for anyone that's never been, it's like a Tesco's for all the almost end of day seconds. So you'll get McVitie's for like 50p.
If they've misprinted the packaging or something as well.
Hannah never wants... She'll walk around with me, never that interested. Sunday, you was a red rag to a bull. We had a trolley and they had Easter eggs on a pallet.
I've been waiting for the Easter eggs coming to the company shop since the day after Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
And they haven't been, and then they just had a delivery. Like, they hadn't even priced them up yet. It was that new in the shop.
And Hannah put a couple in just so she could get the prize. Me and my daughter, Hannah, Merrin, Susan, John, Steve, we all popped off, came back. Hannah was wide-eyed, put these in the trolley. I'll tell you the price in a minute. Just get these in the trolley. We need to hurry up. I have never seen someone so rampant with excitement and...
I'd overheard the price from another customer.
That you also went and verified.
Yeah. Can you just tell me, is this correct? They were 75p.
For like a £15 Easter egg.
Yeah. So we got 6. I would have got more.
You got 6 and you got the mini ones.
Yeah, well, they were 50p. But I put those in the trolley before I knew that the big ones were 75p. And then I was like, well, actually, I do quite like a Twix.
It was the fact that you always hate going there. You always belittle me for wanting to go there. And the minute Easter eggs are 75 bloody p, you're like, no, just get them in the trolley, Dan. I'll tell you in a minute how much they are.
I didn't want anybody to overhear how much they were, because then there would have been, like... I mean, I was going through the pallet and unloading it.
You was working out an extraction point. You was looking for the quickest till to get them to. You were like, right, Dan, we're going to go to this till. Blah, blah, blah. And I lost my £5 off voucher.
Oh, yeah. So, last time we went to the company shop, they gave us a voucher for when you spend over £20, you get £5 off. We never spend over £20. We'll probably spend £10, £13. So I said to Dan, we'll never get through that. He loses the voucher or threw it away or something. Our shopping came to £22. So if he had kept the voucher, I would have got all of those Easter eggs for free. So that was...
And now you're interested in the company shop. They put a Facebook post up on Monday and Hannah was planning to go again.
Yeah, but I don't use Facebook, so I'm definitely not going to follow the company shop because otherwise I'll be there every day.
Like me.
Like you. But the thing is, no, it came at the end of a week when I've been craving chocolate all week. I got a magic bag from, what's it called? Marks and Spencer's. And they didn't have any chocolate in the magic bag, which I was really hoping they would. So my chocolate craving hadn't been satiated. And that's a word from one of my books. Hadn't been satiated. So I needed chocolate and I saw chocolate and...
You went swinging.
I got the chocolate. It was really nice as well because it's like Malteser. Like it's got the little honeycomb bits in the actual chocolate egg. Just really enjoying
This isn't a Your Drop podcast anymore, is it?
I like Maltesers and they're so expensive. And also, when you buy a box of Maltesers, literally they will last you 5 minutes. That's why we don't buy them.
Everyone that's watching this now is going, Maltesers last me a week.
Then we can't be friends. Although I won't share them with you, so maybe it's a good thing that you don't eat many.
Yeah.
I don't share food.
Shall we open the shop?
Sure.
Now that you've got that off your chest.
I've got that off my chest.
Is there any other...
Don't stand too close to me. Do not make that noise. I ain't sharing your food, so if you see me eating crisps, don't ask for one, because I'm not going to give it you.
Our daughter will go, what are you eating? Oh, I'm eating crisps. Can I have one? Takes the bag off you and walks off. And then she'll come back with an empty bag of crisps and go, there you go. So you'll be like, oh, well, I'll get my own bag of crisps. Then she'll go, what are you eating? Crisps. Can I have some? You've just had my crisps. No, I haven't.
She gets that from you. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Thanks for all the support.
This keeps riding up and it's doing my nutting. We'll see you again very soon. There'll be a project video.
Shall we try and go back to Friday videos?
We will try our bestest. But, I mean, we've just said how slow the shop is and now we're saying how busy we are. So, what are we doing busy eating crisps and complaining about
people going...
God, I've got the worst headache in the world. I need to take something.
Right, come on then.
We'll see you soon.
Thanks. See you
Bye.
later. Bye.